Hello, ladies and gents, boys and girls, people of all ages, sexualities, and identities, and welcome back to another Doctor Who review. And today's Doctor Who review is none other than Delta and the Bannermen. So, what is Delta and the Bannermen about? Well, the Doctor and Melanie Bush have won a prize for a trip to Disneyland in the 1960s, or was it the 80s? Well, essentially, the Doctor and his companion Mel arrive at somewhere to find themselves being the winner of a lucky prize. They get aboard a bus and leave the TARDIS behind for once. Finally, they believe they're about to be on a vacation of a lifetime. But when they arrive, they don't arrive in Florida. No. Instead, they seem to have arrived at what appears to be a Butlins. However, that's not all. It turns out that one of their passengers is hiding from a group called the Bannermen. The Bannermen are kind of evil, rogue-looking, nasty sort of stormtroopers who are basically after this person and her child for no feasible reason except from the fact that they seem to be trying to kill her for some reason. It's something about some sort of vengeance against flesh kind of some kind. But the Doctor will not stand for it. No. The Doctor walks up to the Bannermen and basically declares war on them for the rest of this episode. However, he finds himself in a unvery kind sort of situation in which he must break the news to one of the guests at the hotel that her, or who she thought was going to be her boyfriend, is about to run off with a woman from out of space. However, back to the plot, the Bannermen are trying to track down the child and find themselves in a situation in which the Doctor will not let them get anywhere close to it. No. The Doctor begins to use speakers and all sorts of technology against the Bannermen and begins to threaten them that if they don't back down now, they will feel the wrath of a Time Lord. Essentially, the Doctor uses Butlins against a bunch of outer space stormtroopers. That's the best way I can put this episode in a nutshell. Him and Mel then go off after they've been defeated, and the Doctor watches as a young, beautiful biker girl goes off into the world and looks for her calling. Call me. No, just joking. But yes, she does go off, the bit I wasn't joking about, she does go off into the world after the guy she's madly in love with goes off with a woman from outer space. The Doctor points out to Mel that it all will work out in the end. So, what did I think of Delta and the Bannermen? I really like this story. Up until the point that, I'm not being funny, one of the characters, who was the one I just mentioned, who's the biker girl, could have technically been the Doctor's next companion. I really do like this story and feel like there's a lot of groundwork done in this. However, I feel like, one, the fact that Disneyland's not in it, two, the fact that they're just basically in Butlins at this point, and three, this kind of weird idea that the Doctor has to use Butlins against a bunch of outer space stormtroopers is really, really ironically funny to me. Now, don't get me wrong, Delta and Bannerman is a brilliant story, but I feel like the groundwork for this, where it keeps going on a couple loose ends and feels like it could be going in multiple directions, really leaves more to be wanted. And sadly, for that reason, I've got to give it a 7 out of 10. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next Doctor Who review. Until then, goodbye, stay beautiful, and have an incredible night, you beautiful people.